Having trouble getting up in the morning? Well, once you get a look at some of these tricks, you'll be bounding out of bed for a chance to whip up an awesome breakfast. A quick smoothie for breakfast always sounds like a great idea until you drag all the fruit and leafy greens out of the crisper. You're now faced with a counter full of produce to wash and chop. And while that isn't necessarily a difficult task, it can be too time-consuming for your morning rush. Luckily, there's an easier way: smoothie cubes. Simply puree whatever produce you want to go into your smoothie, then freeze each puree separately in ice cube trays. By keeping, for example, the mango puree separate from the berry puree and the spinach puree, you can customize each smoothie however you want. Heck, throw in some floor pizza if you really want. Then, the night before, just take the cube you want, throw them in a mason jar with the liquid of your choice, stick it in the fridge, and when morning comes, you're ready to sip that no-fuss smoothie on your way out the door. Speaking of ice cubes for breakfast, smoothies aren't the only morning treat you can make in advance using your freezer skills. If you like iced coffee, one trick to keep it from being too watered down is to freeze coffee in ice cube trays. That way, when you add them to your fresh brewed morning coffee, you get the cool effect while still having coffee strong enough to wake you up. In fact, this is one of the ways that coffee giant Starbucks makes their signature iced coffee. So why not try it at home and get that professional taste without all the hassle? After all,
the whole purpose of places like Starbucks is for people with no decision-making ability whatsoever to make 6 decisions just to buy 1 cup of coffee.
Let's face it, between getting the kids ready for school and getting yourself ready for work, a hot breakfast just usually isn't in the cards. As nice as a piping hot stack of pancakes sounds, it's much more likely that you'll be shoving Pop-Tarts in the toaster. But good news! If you have time for toasting Pop-Tarts, you have time for pancakes, thanks to the microwave. Yep, it's true. Just grab that handy mason jar and fill it partway with prepared pancake batter. Microwave for about 2 minutes, depending on your microwave, and boom! Pancakes! You can keep the jars of prepared batter in the fridge to use during the week. And if you're feeling extra fancy, throw in a few frozen blueberries too. Once they're cooked, top with maple syrup and dig in. Pancakes, they're not just for your birthday anymore.
Happy birthday! Woo!
It's hard to resist the pull of the drive-thru on your morning commute. Let's be honest, fast food breakfasts are cheap, easy, and incredibly convenient. But if you want to ditch the drive-thru habit, you can. And don't worry, you can still get your breakfast sandwich fix without slaving over the stove each morning. You'll need toasted English muffins, scrambled eggs, cheese slices, and cooked bacon or sausage. First, scramble and cook the eggs in the microwave or oven in rain skins about the same size as your muffins. Once all the components are cool, assemble and wrap each sandwich in a piece of foil, and freeze for up to 1 month. To reheat, place a frozen sandwich on a plate lined with a paper towel and microwave for 1 to 1.5 minutes. See, that's almost as easy as the drive-thru, and you can do it whenever you feel like having a taste of breakfast, even if it's later in the day.
I don't want lunch. I want breakfast.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry too.
Hard-boiled eggs are an excellent source of protein and essential amino acids, making them a popular choice for a no-fuss breakfast. It's easy to cook up a dozen at a time and have a quick bite waiting in the fridge for you each morning. Whether you sprinkle them with a little salt or use them to top your avocado toast, one thing is certain: hard-boiled eggs can be a pain to peel. It's enough to get anyone mad at their breakfast.
Oh, there you go, 44. All right now, get mad at them damn eggs. Eat it, that boy.
With this genius hack, you'll never let the pain of peeling stop you from enjoying your to-go breakfast again. All you need is a serrated knife, and those eggs won't know what hit them. Yes, you read that right. You can use a serrated knife to cut through your hard-boiled egg, shell and all, and then use a spoon to scoop out each half. No more standing at the sink struggling to pick bits of shell off the egg with your fingernails. Just one cut, and you're done. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.